Can you tell me a little bit about your companion? This is, from what I understand, a robot who's used in education. And if you can ask him or her, or I'm not quite sure how to address it, what its main benefits are.
Yeah, so this is a social robot, which is just a kind of robot that you can think of it as doing social labor rather than physical labor. It doesn't have any arms, it can't move around, it's just a head that sits on a table that you can talk to. And it's mostly a research model at the moment, but a lot of research is going into how to have robots quite like this in classrooms, for example, and in other educational contexts. And what do you think is one of the main benefits of being able to have a robot like you in the classroom?
One of the main benefits of robots like me in education is that we can provide a lot of individualized attention to students who may need additional assistance.
There you have it.
Impressive. This is the future. It's here to stay. And are you excited about these developments, or are you wary?
I'm excited. Artificial intelligence and technology in general is where our thinking should start and not where it should end. Schools cannot be places where we're preventing young people from growing up with technology. It's all about us, and schools are very far behind, starting with the assessment system that we have at the end of high school.
Just because we have no choice, it's here, so students need to be educated in its language as well.
Exponential development of AI in itself is something we need to prepare for. A couple of years ago, everyone was saying children should learn code, but you don't need code anymore. You can use natural language because of artificial intelligence. So what we need to be really is future fit, ready for change. And the irony is that a lot of what that does is actually drives you back to some basics about what it means to be human.
One of the concerns that's being raised is, will it make us dumber? We don't go to school only to learn our ABCs, but education also provides the necessary tools for critical thinking. If we're copy-pasting what AI tells us without researching and coming to our own conclusions, what is going to happen to our brain?
All of these AI tools that are coming out now are going to be incredibly powerful, but they're going to have a downside. An awful lot of people are going to get caught up in the hype, and they're not going to tell you that there's going to be compromises. Socrates talked about this with the powerful innovation of writing. He said that it was a bad thing because it would teach us to stop using our memories, which eventually we would lose. And he, of course, was correct with this. We developed in writing the capacity to establish this long-term memory in our civilizations, but we lost the old poets who used to develop these entire novels inside of their head that they could recite like a book. We don't have people who can do that stuff anymore because we have these stacks of paper lying around that do it for us. We lost that capacity. AI art is going to do something similar. All these AI tools like ChatGPT and all this stuff, they're going to have this effect. They're going to change the way that we interact with our own minds, and certain parts of ourselves might get dampened. Maybe even our creative parts if we're not careful. So we should always be vigilant.